Hello everyone, are you ready for another anime recap? Then subscribe right now to this Anime Plots YouTube channel and watch this full video. Did you subscribe? Okay, let's start the video. In 2017, Takemichi Hanagaki learns that his middle school ex-girlfriend Hinata Tachibana and her younger brother Naoto have been murdered by the Tokyo Manji gang. On his way home from work, he is pushed onto the train tracks and suddenly travels 12 years back to the past. That night, he saves Naoto from several bullies and tells him about his and Hinata's impending deaths. After they shake hands, Takemichi returns to the present to find that Naoto had saved him, creating a time paradox where he is alive and a police detective. Naoto tells Takemichi that he can travel through time when they shake hands, and that the only way to save Hinata is to prevent Minjiro Sano and Tada Kazaki, the two members of the Tokyo Manji gang, from ever meeting each other. Takemichi travels back in time to find himself reliving the events of being a slave of Masataka Kiyomizu, nicknamed Kiyomasa, a member of the Tokyo Manji gang, along the rest of his friends. Kiyomasa, who runs a series of underground matches, enlists Takemichi's childhood friend, Takuya, as his next opponent. In order to protect him, Takemichi decides to take Takuya's place. Takemichi is beaten brutally, but his refusal to give up catches the attention of Minjiro Sano, nicknamed Mikey, the leader of the Tokyo Manji gang, and his vice-captain, Ken Ryuguji, nicknamed Draken. Mikey declares Takemichi to be his new friend. After returning to the present, Takemichi learns that Mikey and Draken's arrival had prevented his friend Atsushi Sendo, nicknamed Akun, from stabbing Kiyomasa and going to jail. Now a higher-ranked Tokyo Manji gang member and the owner of a hostess club, Akun confesses that he was the one who pushed Takemichi in front of the train under the orders of Kazaki. Among other things, he also reveals that Draken has died and Mikey has gone missing. After he makes Takemichi promise to change the past, he commits suicide by jumping from the rooftop. Naoto divulges that Draken was killed on August 3, 2005 following an altercation with Mikey, and that preventing his death is critical to changing the present. After returning to the past, Takemichi meets Emma, a girl who is friends with the Tokyo Manji gang members, and is later invited to one of their gang meetings. At the gathering, Mikey declares that the gang will fight Mobius, a rival gang, on August 3, for assaulting a friend of Haruki Hayashida, nicknamed Pa Chin, the 3rd Division captain, and raping his friend's girlfriend. Concerned for Draken's safety, Takemichi follows him around town and recognizes how much a positive influence he is on Mikey. A flashback reveals Draken's childhood and how he and Mikey became friends. In the present, Takemichi and Naoto locate Nobutaka Osanai, the former president of Mobius, who is now a timid construction worker. Despite denying direct responsibility for Draken's death, Osanai claims that the fight between the Tokyo Manji gang and Mobius was intentionally orchestrated and also triggered an internal conflict in the Tokyo Manji gang. Takemichi returns to the past and begs Mikey and the others not to follow through with the fight, but they refuse to listen. Osanai and the rest of Mobius then suddenly appear. Pa Chin fights Osanai in the battle opener, and despite his defeat, the Tokyo Manji gang overwhelm Mobius. Draken dodges an otherwise fatal blow from Osanai, but the police arrive, and the gangs quickly disperse. Before the Tokyo Manji gang leaves, Pa Chin stabs Osanai and turns himself into the police. After Takemichi wakes up in the hospital, Emma reveals that Mikey and Draken have gotten into a disagreement over how to save Pa Chin, resulting in the gang being divided into two factions. While Takemichi recovers at home, he is shocked to find both Mikey and Draken visiting him. Draken and Mikey fight over who is Takemichi's friend and destroy his childhood items in the process, but Takemichi manages to end their fight by accident. After their friendship is rekindled, Takemichi attends a summer festival on August 3 as Hinata's date. During their date, Yamagishi calls Takemichi, warning him that Draken may be in danger. Takemichi spies on several Tokyo Manji gang members and learns that Kiyomasa plans on killing Draken for humiliating him. Takemichi is discovered and assaulted by the group, but after Hinata finds and comforts him, he regains his resolve to fight. Takemichi goes to the parking lot, where Draken is expected to die, but finds him fighting Mobius. Takemichi and 2nd Division Captain Takashi Mitsuha attempt to assist while Mikey fights Shuji Hanma, the acting leader of Mobius, but they are outnumbered. However, when the rest of the Tokyo Manji gang arrive, a gang war breaks out. Mikey discovers that Ryohei Hayashi, Pei Yan, the Tokyo Manji gang's 3rd Division vice-captain, had allied with Mobius out of anger over Mikey and Draken allowing Pa Chin to be arrested. However, Mikey convinces him that he is also upset about the incident. Takemichi tries to look for Draken, but he sees Kiyomasa with a bloodied knife and Draken bleeding on the ground. Takemichi, Emma, and Hinata call an ambulance for Draken, but they are cornered by Mobius while waiting for it to arrive. Takemichi fights Kiyomasa to protect Draken and the girls and his hand is stabbed in the process, but he wins by choking Kiyomasa to the point of unconsciousness. Takemichi's friends arrive to fight the other Mobius members until they disperse once the ambulance arrives. The rest of the Tokyo Manji gang defeat Mobius, with Hanma warning Mikey about a new gang called Valhalla that he is leading. Draken is rushed to the hospital and survives after a successful operation. Takemichi is subsequently crowned a legend for stopping the fight and relishes in his newfound popularity. He goes to visit Hinata one last time before he returns to the present and gifts her a necklace. When he shakes hands with Naoto, he finds himself back at his old job. He goes to visit Akun at the hair salon he now works at and suddenly receives a call from Naoto, who reveals that the mission was successful and Hinata is alive. While reconnecting with Hinata, Takemichi learns that he broke up with her sometime in the past. After he leaves her in the car, he runs into Hanma and sees Akun drive a van into Hinata's car, fatally injuring the both of them. Takemichi professes his love to Hinata before she dies and subsequently pronounces that he will go back in time once more and become the leader of Tokyo Manji gang so that she can live. Following Hinata's funeral, Naoto and Takemichi deduce that Akun was most likely blackmailed into killing Hinata, as his wife and children have gone missing. They then discover that Draken is on death row for murder. They visit Draken in prison, where he confesses that his biggest regret in life is not killing Kazaki when he had the chance. Takemichi travels back into the past once more, where Mikey announces that the Tokyo Manji gang is nominating a new 3rd Division captain at their next meeting. Kazaki, a former member of Mobius, is appointed as the new captain of the 3rd Division. Takemichi retaliates by attacking him, but 1st Division Captain Keisuke Baji beats him down for disrespecting Mikey's decision. Shortly after he does so, Baji announces that he is quitting to join Valhalla. Once Takemichi regains consciousness, he begs Mikey to expel Kazaki from the Tokyo Manji gang. Mikey agrees under the condition that Takemichi is able to get Baji to return. Mikey then makes Takemichi an official member of the Tokyo Manji gang under the 2nd Division, led by Mitsuha. On his way out, Takemichi finds a charm Baji drop that contains a photo of the founding members of the Tokyo Manji gang and is shocked to find out that there were 6 founders instead of the 5 Mikey had told him. At school, Takemichi is visited by Valhalla member Kazutora Hanamiya, who brings him to his gang's base as a witness for Baji's initiation. Takemichi finds Baji brutally beating his vice-captain, Chifuyu Mitsuno, which officially grants him membership into Valhalla. Takemichi unsuccessfully tries to convince Baji to return, but Baji only promises to aid Kazutora in his mission to kill Mikey and begins to reveal their past. In 2003, the Tokyo Manji gang are founded by Mikey, Draken, Mitsuha, Pa-chin, Baji, and Kazutora. Kazutora convinces Baji to help him steal a motorbike for Mikey's birthday. During their heist, Baji realizes too late that the shop is owned by Mikey's older brother, Shinichiro, who Kazutora impulsively bludgeons to death. As he and Baji are arrested, a guilt-ridden Kazutora enters a catatonic state and reasons that the incident is Mikey's fault, therefore he must kill Mikey. On behalf of Valhalla, Hanma challenges the Tokyo Manji gang to a fight. The next day, Takemichi meets Chifuyu, who tells him that Baji joined Valhalla to expose Kazaki. The two meet with Osanai, who reveals that Kazaki orchestrated the fight with Mobius on August 3rd. Together, the two suspect that Kazaki is the true leader of Valhalla. Takemichi returns to the present and has Naoto take him to meet Draken in prison on to confirm this. Instead, Draken confesses that Mikey is the leader of Valhalla. Draken explains that Kazutora killed Baji during their gang war on October 31, 2005, known as Bloody Halloween. Mikey had killed him out of rage, which led to the Tokyo Manji gang to lose the fight. As a result, the gang was absorbed into Valhalla, which subsequently became a crime organization, with Mikey and Kazaki acting as its leaders. Takemichi returns to the past to confront Baji with Chifuyu, but Baji swears his loyalty to Valhalla. Takemichi later admits to Mikey he is unable to fulfill his promise, but at a meeting on the night before Bloody Halloween, Mikey declares that, rather than fighting Baji, the Tokyo Manji gang's objective is to bring him back. On the day of the fight, the two gangs gather at a junkyard, and before their battle opener, Kazutora knocks the referee unconscious and the fight begins. The brawl between Valhalla and the Tokyo Manji gang begins. As the Tokyo Manji gang are outnumbered, several members begin losing hope until Takemichi boosts their morale with his determination. Kazutora lures Mikey to a pile of scrapped vehicles and has two Valhalla members pin him down as he strikes him with a metal pipe. During this time, Kazutora's abusive childhood, which led his black and white morality, is revealed. Mikey, however, breaks free and defeats the Valhalla members, Kazutora included. Mikey collapses from exhaustion, but before the other Valhalla members attack, Kazaki intervenes with his division. He gains the approval of the other Tokyo Manji gang members, except for Takemichi, who realizes this action had been planned. Baji, however, targets Kazaki. Takemichi attempts to hold Baji back, But just as he recalls that it was Kazutora who killed Baji, Kazutora stabs him. Baji convinces Takemichi that wound is shallow and fights his way to Kazaki, but just as he reaches him, he succumbs to his wounds, revealing that the stab was fatal. Mikey loses interest in the fight and declares it to be over after defeating Hanma. He begins to brutally beat Kazutora. In the middle of this, Baji approaches Mikey and Kazutora and stabs himself to absolve Kazutora the responsibility of his death. As Baji dies, he tells Takemichi and Chifuyu that he faked his betrayal to investigate Kazaki, who had bargained a deal with Mikey to be appointed as the 3rd Division captain in exchange for expediting Pa Chin's release. Takemichi attempts to stop Mikey and drops Baji's charm in the process. The sight of the charm causes Mikey to recall the formation of the Tokyo Manji Gang. Mikey recalls on June 19, 2003, Baji created the Tokyo Manji Gang to protect Kazutora from the Black Dragons and realizes that Baji wanted him to forgive Kazutora. Afterwards, the Tokyo Manji Gang and Valhalla disperse upon the arrival of the police, but Kazutora apologizes to Mikey and stays behind with Baji's body to turn himself in. Later, Chifuyu visits Baji's grave and recalls how they had become friends after Baji saved him from a gang. Takemichi and Draken then visit Kazutora in juvenile detention, where the latter is incarcerated for 10 years. Draken passes on a message from Mikey that Kazutora has been forgiven and is still a member of the Tokyo Manji Gang. Draken takes Takemichi to a brothel, where he was raised, and thanks for stopping Mikey from killing Kazutora. Later, Takemichi, Hinata, and Naoto believe Emma and Mikey are dating but later learn from Draken that the two are half-siblings. Mitsuha creates Takemichi's gang uniform in gratitude, and Takemichi later attends the Tokyo Manji Gang's meeting as a formal member. Mikey appears with both Hanma and Chifuyu to make an important announcement. Mikey announces that the Tokyo Manji Gang and Valhalla will merge, with Hanma as the captain of the newly created 6th Division. Kazaki is celebrated as their savior, and Chifuyu nominates Takemichi to become the 1st Division captain. Takemichi returns to the present and finds himself as a high-level executive member. With Mikey and Mitsuha missing and Draken executed, Kazaki is now the leader in Mikey's absence. During the executives' meeting, he announces that the Tokyo Manji Gang has been raided by the police, and he captures Takemichi and Chifuyu. Chifuyu confesses that he was the one who leaked info to the police as a way to avenge Baji and is killed by Kazaki. Kazaki then prepares to shoot Takemichi, who he refers to as hero.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.